Step right up! Step right up, ladies and gentlemen! Step right up! What do we have here? Welcome to the carnival, ladies and gentlemen! Step right up, and I'll let you in. Hope you got a heart of gold. It'll test you, friend. Think you got it figured out? Guess again. What a carnival, ladies and gentlemen! Come on, play the games. We'll pretend you win. You're a hardy soul, a fine specimen. Step within the circus tent. Let's begin. Get ready for the ride of your life. I mean business, like the sharp side of a knife. I'm the ringleader. Mostly you don't see me, cause I stay out of the spotlight. It's easy, believe me, cause you're so distracted by what's in center stage being overacted. The ropes and elastic, the sawdust and sequins, they tell a story you all just believe in. You're so gullible, as long as it's colorful, bright and shiny. Yes, isn't it wonderful? Stay comfortable, relax, sit and watch it while I creep behind your backs and pick pockets. I don't stop at nickels and dimes when I want your time and the thoughts from your mind. Don't worry, it's fine. Stop looking backstage. Why you so curious? Act your age. Welcome to the carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up, and I'll let you in. Hope you got a heart of gold. It'll test you, friend. Think you got it figured out? Guess again. What a carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, play the games. We'll pretend you win. You're a hardy soul, a fine specimen. Step within the circus tent. Let's begin. Acrobats contort and twist the truth. Things in cages cavort just for you. Clowns fight each other and pretend they died. They're so good you forget they're on the same side. See that tightrope walker? Place your bets. She might fall and there's no safety net. Ah, your face is wet. Are those tears of joy? Watch animals dance when they hear the noise. We play them like a fiddle from the time they're little. Whip them into shape so they never solve the riddle. How can so few control so many and take their money down to the last penny? How can one man tame 10 lions and keep a whole crowd laughing and crying? Easy, distract them and they'll never know. But anyway, have fun, enjoy the show. Welcome to the carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up, I'll let you in. And hope you got a heart of gold. It'll test you, friend. Think you got it figured out? Guess again. What a carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, play the games. We'll pretend you win. You're a hardy soul, a fine specimen. Step within the circus tent, it never ends. Step right up.
Let's review Prayer Garden's Hot Mess Express. Let's get into it.
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is needed for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
Hey! Welcome to another video. It's me, TPE, and we're here to review some Prayer Garden tonight. So what you're seeing on the screen right now, that's the name of the live that we're going to be sharing a few clips from, and we're going to deal with some misinformation here right off the hop. So let's get started. But first, I'd like to explain why, in my intro, that I was pretty strongly said that I had been taking one for the team on this one. And that's because I was listening to Prayer Garden, and she literally spent 40 minutes talking about another creator's package. Yes, you heard it right. 40 minutes, if not longer, about this man's peen. Now, highly inappropriate, because once she was done, guess what she did? She moved right on to Summerwell's content, because that makes sense. Oh, don't forget, she was body shaming other creators as well, bullying, and that gets me to my next update for you. I said that I would update you on that members only live that she was threatening to do. I think it was last week, and anyway, she ended up doing that live, and I did get to see some of it, and it was pretty vile. It was pretty much what I expected it to be, and that is Prayer Garden turning on her friends, people who used to be her friends, putting out private conversations, putting out pictures of people, even, some doxing. And she also spoke of another creator's penis, the same one, in that live stream as well. So I hope those people were happy with the money they paid to join her membership so that she could basically break terms of service. And then, of course, she dirty deletes it. So that was that. There's your updates. It was too vile for me to even clip and play for you guys, unfortunately. It's not something I'd want on my channel. It's probably not something that you'd even care to hear about. Honestly, it's useless information. It's bullying. It's going real life. And yeah, it's not cool. I don't like anyone who is friends with someone, they have private conversations, and then when they fall out, all of a sudden, all your private conversations are all over YouTube. That's not a friend, and they never were a friend. That's just my opinion. Even if I fall out with someone, if someone stabs me in the back, I don't care. I'm not going to be putting out our private messages. I don't even care if you lie on me. I'm still not putting them out. So, you know, the right thing to do and all. But anyway, Prayer Garden, you're pretty vile, so that's what happened. That's the update. And let's get into this one. More misinformation, Prayer Garden, right off the top. Let's do it.
She destroyed her own child. But we don't want to, we don't want to go at parents, number one suspects, right? We don't want to go at number one suspects because they're the parent of a child. They're a parent of a child. White boy needs to start making some sense, right? He needs to start making some sense of what he's talking about, because 99.9% of the time a child comes up missing. Guess who does it? The parents, right? Guess who does it? The parents, right? The parents. There's like a 1% chance that it was anyone else. That means other family, strangers, friend, a 1% chance that it was someone else. 99.9% is the parents of that child, right?
Wrong. That is 100% wrong. You're full of shit. Maybe on YouTube in this community where you guys like to blame the parents, I don't know, somehow it's stuck in your head that 99.9% of the time it's the parents, but that's just not true. So let's take a look at some factual information so we can debunk you. Prayer Garden, you are wrong. The price is wrong, bitch. Again, as usual. All right, so let's take a look at some stats here from NCMAC, which is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. If you want to read as we go along here, I'm going to read just some of it so that we can show Prayer Garden how wrong she is and actually tell the people the truth. In 2023, NCMAC assisted law enforcement, families, and child welfare with 28,886 cases of missing children. In the last 40 years, we've received more than 5 million calls with more than 426,000 missing children recovered. Protection. In 2023, NCMAC Cyber Tip Line received 36.2 million reports of suspected child sexual exploitation online. Reports of online enticement increased by more than 300% between 2021 and 2023. All right, let's get into some stats here. So these are stats from the Center for Missing and Exploited Children's website, like what's reported to them. So Prayer Garden, please pay attention. Pay attention, girl. Missing children are reported to us by parents, guardians, child welfare professionals, or law enforcement. With the exception of children missing from care, there is no mandatory reporting of missing children to NCMAC. Here we provide the 2023 data on the reported cases of missing children shown by case type, by the child's age, race, and ethnicity, and state. The number of cases of children reported missing from care is also listed. Okay, so we made it. Cases by type. So in the table, you're going to see types of missing children, I guess, the types that have been reported. So this is from 1/1/2023 and 12/31/2023 by case type and case status. Annual total, 28,886. 3,580 are active, and 25,306 cases resolved. That's awesome. That's a good amount of resolved cases. So we're about to get to this graph here in a second, but I did want to remind you that these numbers are strictly for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the ones who are reported to them. In a few minutes, I am going to quickly show you stats for the USA so that you have a better idea. But in this graph you see here, you can see that endangered runaway is at the top. So yellow is resolved and the bluish green is they're still archived. So take a look at that graph. Interesting, right? So it looks like on this graph that family abduction does come second, but I mean, it's a lot lower than the runaway section. And then we have lost, injured, or otherwise. Something, I can't read it, it's very small. Anyway, you get the drift. Prayer Garden, 99.9% of parents are not abducting their missing children. You are spreading misinformation as usual, and it's dangerous. All right, pay attention, PG. Listen up. Children who run away make up the majority of the missing child cases reported to NCMEC. These children are highly vulnerable and face risks including homelessness, gang involvement, and child sex trafficking. Family abductions, the second most common case type, have been shown through decades of research to have serious harmful effects on child victims and their families. Anyway, Prayer Garden, you are incorrect again and spreading false information to have people go at parents because it seems to be the cool thing to do and it's really not. All right, here I go. I got to do my plug. So if you were considering donating to this channel, my channel today, if you would please consider instead making a donation over to the Missing and Exploited Children website here. It is right there, that donate button's right at the top always. I know that the donations go to help them with so many different things, different projects that they're working on, but here's just one that I found that I thought was awesome. In 2023, for example, NCMEC debuted its newest way to search for missing children through QR code. The QR code allows people to search for missing children within a 50-mile radius of their location, right from their smartphones. Got one more example. In 2023, NCMEC's forensic artists created 39 facial reconstructions for unidentified deceased children, and they had created 692 to date. Wow, that's amazing. Overall, NCMEC has assisted in 270 identifications of unidentified deceased children. So I do believe that that would be where your donations go, to all these different little projects that they have going on, all to support families, all to find missing children. So please, again, if you were going to go donate to this channel today, I would much prefer you donate over there to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and I'll put the link in the description. If you're a family member, loved one, and you're in need of immediate support, the phone number for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for family members is 1-800-THE-LOST. So Prayer Garden, I do appreciate you spreading misinformation, only because it allowed us to learn a lot of important things today, and how great the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is, and how we can help them. I do not appreciate your misinformation though, Prayer Garden, and it is dangerous to spread misinformation and send hate towards 99.9% of all of the parents who have missing children.
It can also deter other parents of missing children from coming forward for fear of being attacked. Get your facts straight, Prayer Garden.
Look at the West Boys. Who was it? The foster parents, right? Foster parents. Foster parents. Right? Destroyed those two beautiful little boys who have not been found yet, who still have not been found. So, I wish White Boy would, get off his high horse and start making some sense. And I was listening to a video that was between the lab and Don Wells, right? It was between the lab and Don Wells. And Don Wells was sitting there trying to tell the lab about how the lab kisses his backside, right? And the lab's like, am I kissing your backside right now, Donald? And Donna was like, no, because we're on a live. And on the lives, you know,
PG, we all watched you kiss Don Wells's backside for a very long time. And we know why creators do it. They want the content. They want it on their channel. So yeah, of course, they're super nice behind the scenes to these parents of missing children. And then they get on their live streams and bash them to try and trigger them. And then maybe, just maybe, they'll get some more content out of them. Many, many prayers for the West Boys. It's so sad. I hope they're found soon. It's just unfortunate that almost every single case that comes to this community seems to have a bad guy parent or parents. So of course people are going to think 99.9% of the time it's the parents, but that's because of the bad narrative being spun. So let's take a quick look here at some facts and stats regarding missing children in the United States. Let's give Prayer Garden a little edumacation. I think she needs it. I think this whole community needs it, but that's why we make these videos. So to be clear, the stats that we were looking at earlier were strictly for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and what gets reported to them. So these stats we're going to look at now are for the entire US. So first we'll look at family abduction. Family kidnappings make up about half of all reported abductions in the United States. Family abductions is typically committed by parents, and it involves a significantly higher proportion of female perpetrators when compared to other kidnapping offenses. Children under the age of 6 are most frequently targeted for family abductions, and these often occur in the midst of bitter divorce or child custody battles between parents. So that's half, Prayer Garden, 50%. Now I'm not going to read all of this, but I'm going to give you just the stats, but I'll leave the screenshots up here. You may just have to pause and read if you're interested. And again, the link will be in the description. Next, we're going to look at non-family abduction. Non-family abductions include kidnappings committed by acquaintances and strangers. Acquaintance abductions make up about 27% of all child abductions. And next, we have the stats for runaways. And I'm just going to leave these screenshots up for you guys. You'll have to pause to read if you're interested. And then we are going to move right back over to Prayer Garden and her BS. So, based on what we just read, with regard to missing children, it looks like runaways are the largest category, and then it would be abduction. And family abduction make up about half of all reported abductions. And just to be really clear, that's abductions, not all missing children.
I thought that's what true crime creators do. I thought they were for the victims, not the suspects. I think there's a few creators who have dyslexia, right? I do think so. They're ass backwards. They're ass backwards for sure.
Oh, PG. Well, I already made a video about that, the whole dyslexia comment there. That was funny. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. My God. Oh, Prayer Garden, you're ass backwards. You are the ass backwards one. You and this whole community. You're not here for the victims. You're here for yourselves and your paycheck. If you were here for the victims, you would care that there is no factual evidence putting the parents as the perpetrators. 0. You don't listen to law enforcement. In fact, you do the complete opposite, because law enforcement has asked you and others and all of us multiple times to stop spreading misinformation because it is harmful to the case, and therefore it's harmful to the victim. You know, Summerwells, who you're constantly harming and spreading misinformation about. Her brothers, her entire family, her entire neighborhood and surrounding. Get off the pot, Prayer Garden. You're not here for the victims. You're here to fill your pockets. You're here to exploit a missing child. And you're here to manipulate a community of people who think that they are here for the right reasons as well. We know why you're here. You are here for entertainment purposes only and to get a paycheck. And I find that to be extremely sad. And it's also sad that you manipulate people so much that they actually do believe you're here for the right reasons when we know you're not. All right, let's move on to the next clip. And she's got some guy on the screen, and because I don't recall exactly who it is, I think it's some guy that lived near Summer, possibly, who is an SO. I'm not sure, but we're going to cover his face, not because we care that he's an SO and all that, just because I haven't listened to it yet, and it's weird and creepy, so I'm covering it. Oh, and let me just fill you in here, because I missed a tiny little bit of the beginning of this part of her conversation. But anyway, she's hyping it up. She's trying to tell her audience that the shit's about to hit the fan, and all this information's about to come out, and prepare yourselves. And yeah, basically she's trying to get her viewership back, because in my opinion, ever since Sebastian's case has started to become such a dramatic mess online and in this community, she has, well, her viewers have gone down, because this is Summer's channel. And she has tried to cover Sebastian a little bit here and there as well. Of course, she's going to jump on that train. It's all about money, guys. I mean, if you can't tell by now, I really can't help you, but it is what it is. Let's listen to Prayer Garden promote herself and all this crazy information that she's digging up behind the scenes. Here we go.
To hit the fan. I know on this channel, they're going to be hitting the fan. From, you know, a lot of information I have been able to come, you know, up with.
Notice the choice of words. Come up with. Prayer Garden, are you running out of content? Are you feeling like you need to dig into people's real lives and put crimes on them without facts? Are you calling around, harassing and bothering the neighbors of Summer Wells, perhaps? Wouldn't surprise me if you were. Is it going to be another story about someone who knew Dawn 30 years ago? As if that makes a difference. What a joke. Well, it kind of reminds me of when another creator named Brittany J made a comment, and she said something along the lines of, "I'm going to cover this case until the wheels fall off." So basically, Prayer Garden, you're running out of content, and I don't know how you're going to keep this going forever, but I can imagine. I can just imagine.
A lot of information I have been able to come, you know, up with from various people who, you know, this isn't like, you know, distant people. This is people that's in it, people who have actually, you know, actually been in Summer's presence. They know Summer. They, you know, they've seen her. They talked with her. They've, you know, they've had one-on-one communication with this child, with the parent or parents. You know, there's a whole lot, you know, going on behind the scenes. But you know, problem is when I start releasing, you know, it's going to be like, you know, it's going to be like a tornado, and you know, that can, you know, what I'm saying is, I believe in telling the truth. I need to tell the truth. I need the truth. You know, Summer needs the truth. There's nothing but the truth going to bring Summer home. Nothing but the truth going to find her. And I've been saying that from day one. And, you know, sometimes it's not, you know, sometimes you're going to have backlash, right?
That's crazy.
Bringing the truth forth, and hey, that's going to be okay. That's going to be okay with me. But, you know, I'm bringing it, and it's just, you know, it's just how it is.
So we now know, because I've taken quite some time to make this video, we now know what truth Prayer Garden was bringing forward. Well, half truths. We'll say that. So I'm sure many of you already watched it, but Prayer Garden played some Laura recordings on her channel. She also did a little bit of fibbing or misinformation or whatever you want to call it, whether it was on purpose, whether she's just confused. I'm sure it was a little bit of both. But for example, she said that Green Eyes, who is someone here on YouTube who has a channel and who has been vocal in the past. He's spoken to Jody Sue, he's spoken to Ziggy, he's spoken to a few creators, including Prayer Garden. Anyway, Prayer Garden decided to tell everyone that Green Eyes was Jim, who is Ziggy's ex who passed away. So that was strange and definitely not true, not factual, and that should be cleared up. That is misinformation. And Prayer Garden, there was definitely a few other things. It was definitely a lot. But anyway, we now know that Prayer Garden is bringing this forth, this truth. These people who have apparently spoken to Summer so many times. I don't know, I could have sworn I heard Laura say she didn't really know Summer that well, hadn't seen her that many times. Anyway, that stuff kind of changes too on a dime. It's hard to... That's what she's doing. She already said she's going to drag it out and make sure it lasts all week. She didn't say it in those words, but she basically implied that the content will be played multiple times. She's got more content. Well, it was played multiple times. She replayed the whole thing for some reason. She's going to drag it out as long as she can. And I'll go back to the term I used earlier. She's going to use this case until the wheels fall off. And that's what she's been doing for, what, 2.5 years at least that she's had a channel. And longer than that if you count her going on other people's panels. Just using Summer as long as she can. It's pretty sad. I don't know. I feel like if these creators really cared, they would share the facts, share the missing child's face, not all a bunch of drama that doesn't matter to the case at all. Especially when it's misinformation. Especially when the people who she's talking to are known liars. And it's a little hypocritical, Prayer Garden, to call out Ziggy for backing a suspect and raising money for a suspect when you're doing the same thing. Pretty hypocritical.
But, I'm bringing it. And it's just, it's just how it is. This channel has, it's always been for the victims, no one else. And, basically what I'm trying to say is, if there's some people who end up butthurt, from what's coming out and what's going to be.
Oh, yes, your butt hurt.
So butthurt.
You're really butt hurt.
Do you need some cream for that butt?
A little butt hurt. Like a little baby with diaper rash. Because your butt hurt.
Said and so forth and so on. Well, that's going to be their problem, right? It's going to be their problem, not my problem. Not my problem. Because I truly believe that Summer's Army has every right to know every bit of information, where Summer is concerned.
No. I highly disagree. Let's just go with 99.9% of the crap that you put out there is none of our business. Guess what is our business? What law enforcement puts out there for us. And guess where they put it? They put it on a website called the TBI Newsroom. That's where we go to get our facts regarding Summer's case. And we just need to hope, pray, and have faith that they're working on it, and that they've got it, and that they're going to do their jobs. It's not your job to put out people's private information. Never has been, never will be. We are owed none of this. It's not our business. And you're not the only one that does it. Plenty of people do it. Plenty of creators trying to make a buck out here on Summer's name. They do it too. You're just, probably one of the worst. You're up there with Ziggy. You're up there with a few others. But you're at the top. The misinformation station. Top shelf.
I
agree.
Everyone.
You bring a girl, what do they say? Bring home the bacon or whatever they say in those part of the woods or whatever it's called. The wild pig, I have no idea. But spicy watermelon's gonna jump off. If there's gonna be any breakthrough, it's gonna happen through you, and you're gonna be on Nancy Grace. Chapel picture's gonna come up, and Nancy Grace will be interviewing you through your little chapel picture. That I have yet to see. And I said I had that dream, and I still see that dream coming to fruition. So.
Well, girl, I don't know about all that, but God bless, God bless. But yeah, this is the newest guy on the block, right? And he is a he is a creeper. He is a creeper. He has multiple charges, right? Multiple charges. You know, this guy don't even know how to leave his own people alone, right? He don't even know how to leave his own people alone, if you know what I'm talking about. And he does have charges against him for a child, right? So absolutely, he's a real freaking creeper. And what can I say? You know, the Wells, this is what the Wells deal with. The Wells, you know, they love to, you know, they love to entertain nothing but pure evilness, right? They got children. Do they worry about their who they bring around? Oh no, hell no. They don't worry about who they bring around their kids. Absolutely not. You know, Candace, Grandis, and Donald, these people were living for themselves, right? They were criminal-minded criminals. And that's what they want to associate with, right? Birds of a feather flock together. Absolutely.
Well, PG, you sure hung out with them for months. Or was it years, even? Birds of a feather, I guess. Your own words.
Birds of a feather flock together. Absolutely. And, you know, I have yet to see any doctors or any lawyers or any, you know, anybody. I've yet to see an Indian chief, right? I've yet to see an Indian chief, you know, communicating with these people, right? Not even the Indian chief.
And what do you mean by that, PG? Not even the Indian chief. What's that supposed to mean, PG? Doesn't sound too good, does it? Doesn't sound like you're putting the chief on an equal level as, say, doctors and lawyers. I don't like it, PG. I'm not a fan of sly comments like that seem a little racial, in my opinion. A little discriminatory. Just not a fan. We'll keep an eye on that.
What can you say? What can you say? Anybody of any stature, right? Anybody of any stature doesn't affiliate themselves with people like the Wells. And the Wells, you know, everyone so far that, you know, we've been introduced to, well, you know, they got some kind of record, right? They got something.
Well, it sure seems like, I don't know, probably 90%, well, maybe less. Let's go with 75% of you tragedy pimps here on YouTube have records, criminal records. So there's that. I just thought that was important to mention. We don't know about you though, Prayer Garden. Who knows? You could have a good record too. Or a small one, or no record at all. We just don't know. All right. I'm jumping ahead here. I'm getting bored.
More, you know, the most important thing that a human has in this life is their soul, right? The most important thing is your soul, and where it's going to end up at when you know, when this flesh is gone, right? And that soul is there. What's going to, when this flesh is gone or bad? What a cesspool PG once lived in. Couldn't even believe it was me. Man, if I could have seen that sooner, I wouldn't have made so many mistakes in my life, right? If I could have only did that sooner. But, you know, I held my seat, right? Like a lot of other people do. I kept holding the seat, right? Kept listening to the devil saying, you're not ready.
Okay, all right. So, PG, you do have a colorful past, according to you, before you found God. So here you are, talking about all these other people and their colorful pasts, judging them, all kinds of things. What about you? Oh, because you found God, it's okay now? Well, what if these people have found God, Prayer Garden? It looks like Don did. Don Wells seems to have found the Lord. Maybe this guy too. We don't know. But as you sit up here judging, I'm pretty sure God doesn't like people who judge. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just how I perceive it. It just seems a little hypocritical, PG. Kind of like how you're on Ziggy's ass for supporting a suspect, and financially as well, while you're sitting up here doing the same thing with another suspect, supporting and raising money. It's a hypocritical thing to do, PG. But that's the name of your game, I guess.
Right? But I broke loose. I broke loose from all of that. And PG don't need, I don't need to get, I don't need any kind of substances to be high in life. I don't need, no alcohols. I don't need no freaking anything to be high.
Is she for real? Are we watching the same program here? I mean, the goody good, the cold ones, on a nightly basis? Like, you open them now in front of your audience, we can hear it opening, and you say, enjoying a cold one. Daisy, don't you wish you could have a cold one? And you're high as fuck every day. Eating brownies, smoking weed, drinking cold ones. So, I don't know if you forget that and just make it make sense, Prayer Garden. Make it make sense. Even in this very episode, I believe, you opened a cold one. Ate the brownies, smoked the goody good. Make it make sense. So are you lying about smoking the goody good? Are you lying about the cold ones? Or are you lying back there where you said you don't do drugs or need drugs and alcohol to get high? I'm confused, Prayer Garden. I'm very confused, but it seems you're lying either way.
It's all natural, baby. PG is all natural. Trust and believe that.
Naturally high as fuck, I guess.
As I said many times, hell yeah, I'm crazy. And I embrace that shit. I embrace it, y'all. You gotta be a little crazy to get through this world, right?
Well, we might as well get into some good old-fashioned PG crazy. Let's hear it. And this clip is from right after when Ziggy attempted to dox PG on her community wall. Oh, and Ziggy used an AI bot to attempt to dox PG.
She's supposed to have wrote 2 books. I'm supposed to be some 60-year-old lady, right, that wrote a couple books. Or 60, I think she wanted to say 69, but she knew I was going to say that's what she's doing with Fred. But, and I would have too, right? And I would have too. But I'm supposed to be some 60, up in the 60s. I don't know, 68, 69, 60, 70. I don't fucking know. But I'm supposed to be some old lady. Wow. How would that have made me when I was having my kids?
Well, I'm just going to be honest here, PG. I think she does sound a bit like she's in that age group. That's just my opinion. And you can't always go by people's sounds, like if someone smokes a lot of cigarettes, they may sound a bit older. But I'm just saying, I think she sounds about in that age group. But I'm thinking it's about a 50-50. Some people think she's one person, some people think she's another person. Those people who do think she's the older person kind of think that those aren't her kids, but possibly her grandkids. Who knows? I don't know, and I don't care. I'll be honest, I don't give a shit who she is. I can tell who she is on the outside by the way she acts. And that's just my opinion.
Damn. Whoa, I'd have been really old having children, right? I'd have been really fucking old having some kids. Damn. Hey, PG got it, right? I got it going on. Shoot, if I was that old having babies, whoa. Shake that tree, right? Shake that tree. Shake that tree. Absolutely. Whoa. Yeah. 4 nuts fell out. Right? 4 nuts fell out of that old tree. Don't tell my kids I called them nuts. Right? Oh, shit. I had 4 little nuts fall out. I was shaking that old tree. Oh, shit. That's funny as hell. Oh, damn. Anyway, she might be right about PG writing some books. Here you guys go. Here's my new book cover. Here's my new book cover, y'all. It's going to be on the market soon. I'll let you know when. Homewrecker Ziggy, based on a true story. Ben Hill mud story, not love story. Ben Hill mud story, right? There you go. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. Oh, Fred. Oh, Dusty Butt Fred. Oh, shoot. She gonna have to scrub it up, right? She gonna have to scrub it up. You gonna have to scrub old Dusty Butt Fred up. Right now, you know, Ziggy came out here, right? She came out here making Fred into a superhero.
Let's check out one more just for fun. This is actually soon after Miss Daisy and her sister Jenkins got into that fight when they were traveling. I think it was to Summer's Day or it was an event for Summer, I believe. And PG is just going over that and she can't stop laughing. Let's take a listen to PG and her laughing. Uncontrollable laughing.
She was there for like 2 hours waiting. Hurry up. Try faster. That was some funny shit. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I thought I got my laughing out earlier, but I guess I didn't. They made a mess of that trip, right? BG was sitting in a cool air conditioner while they was burning up in the heat. That was crazy. I am so sorry, folks. Let's take those balloons. I gotta get it out. Damn. She was like, let's take those balloons down there and hang them over the water hole. She's like, WFS. She's like, I can't even get it out. I'm so sorry. Jinky was like, WTO. What the fuck? I ain't taking them down here. I'm not taking my biodegradable balloons. Yeah, she's like, I'm not taking my biodegradable balloons down there. How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight, Wisconsin Mama?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm losing my voice from laughing so hard at all things on a farm and her sister today.
I didn't see it. I didn't even. I don't even know what happened.
They funny as hell.
I heard they went down together, but I didn't see it happen.
Yeah, they had a big old fight. All things on a farm was like, I want to take them balloons down there and hold them over some water. And she like, what? I ain't take my balloons down there and hang them over some water. They was like, oh no, you can't let them off. Robin was like, you can't let those balloons off. And all things like, no, you can't let those balloons off. Let's just go hang them over some water. That's crazy, wasn't it?
Oh, I will have to go watch it.
That was funny. And then, no, that wasn't even half of it. I guess it got so riled up between them. Jinky thumped her sister at the closest Dairy Mart to her husband to show up 2 hours later to get her.
Are you serious?
I am straight up serious. What sister does that? I'm telling you.
I kicked my sister in the ass if she did that to me.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, it's like, don't ever speak to her again, right?
No.
A total damn stranger wouldn't do that to you.
Uncontrollable laughter. It's good for the soul. All right, we're going back to PG's current live that we were viewing, and let's just have a short listen to that, and then we'll move on again. And again, for anyone just joining us, this guy's face is covered up because I don't really know what his relevance is, so I covered him up.
You got to be a little crazy. And what the hell is normal? Somebody explain to me what normal is. I'm sure I think I'm normal, and I'm sure somebody else thinks they're normal, right? But at the end of the day, I might think they nuts and they might think I'm nuts. Well, what the hell was normal? Somebody define that for me, right?
No comment. I'll stick with no comment.
Give me the definition, because I don't know. I have no idea what normal is. I don't even care, right? I don't even care what it is. It ain't gonna pay my bills, so why do I care? Right? Ain't gonna pay my bills. Ain't gonna pay my bills. I don't worry about it. Right? That's just the way it is. A little crazy. I don't even care. Right? I don't even care what it is. It ain't gonna pay my bills, so why do I care? Right? Ain't gonna pay my fucking bills. Ain't gonna pay my bills. I don't worry about it. Right? That's just the way it is. I gotta bust my ass. Right? I gotta bust my ass to take care of my bills. Being normal don't fill up my refrigerator. Busting my ass does.
I don't know, maybe I took it wrong, but is she trying to say that acting crazy and a fool on here pays her bills? Maybe spreading misinformation helps pay those bills? Just not being normal pays those bills? I don't know. I could be reading it wrong. What do you guys think?
But anyway, let me finish my do tell. Because I do want to tell. To be honest with you, I think people are straight up saying, oh, I think you're, high as Haiti, PG, because PG's being nice tonight. I'm being nice, you guys. I'm being nice to something that, something that people don't usually, okay.
I don't know, PG. I think they think you're high as Haiti because you tell them all about your goody good and you act crazy. That could be why. Anyway, there's a few parts coming up that I do have to fast forward because she can't spit it out. She just can't get her thought out. Reminds me a little bit of Ziggy when she can't finish her sentences. Anyway, let's take a listen, and there will be parts where I fast forward.
Listen. She calls us demons and devils. How Christ-like are you, Moo Moo? If you don't know the whole case and you're a creator, don't cover the case if you can't give correct information.
I don't know. I honestly can't tell if she's talking to Daisy or reading a comment from Daisy or a comment from someone on Daisy's. I got confused, but whatever she just said, I agreed with. I mean, if you don't have the correct information, don't be out here. I agree. Anyway, we're fast forwarding through a bunch of crap because, again, I couldn't tell if she was reading, if she was yeah, anyway, it is what it is.
Now, here's my thing. She wanted to bring all of us into, ooh, super sticker. All right, girl, I appreciate that. God bless. Absolutely. That's going to make Moo Moo jealous, right? Look at that, Moo Moo. Matter of fact, I'm going to just leave it up for a little bit so you can stare at it. Because I know that makes you so jelly, right? Just like when I snap a cold one and then you're like, oh, I wish I could have one of those. I can't believe that old devil's got a cold one and I ain't got none.
See, now that's like the third or fourth time that I've heard you bring up having a cold one in the past, I don't know, week? And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with having a cold one. Or, say, the devil's lettuce. Smoke it, drink it, do what you want. But why are you telling people that you are just high on life and that you don't need any drugs or alcohol or any mind-altering substances for your life and all the things? I guess I just don't understand why you can't just admit it, or why you lie sometimes and then other times you're making brownies, eating brownies, laughing your balls off. I don't know. I'm just confused. I don't get it. I personally don't get it. The other night you opened a cold one on the live and we all heard it and you were proud of it, and that's fine. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't get the lying part. Earlier we heard you say Prayer Garden doesn't need substances. Prayer Garden is just high on life. I'm just crazy the way I am. Like, anyway, the lying part and it's just weird. It's just weird. Moving on. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. I personally enjoy a glass of wine here and there.
Nothing wrong with it. I don't care. I just don't get the lying. And the fake BS.
Yeah, I know that's what you. Well, you tell you what. Let's remember the funnel cake. You wasn't sharing that up, right? You wasn't sharing that up. Hell no, I didn't get none. So she ain't gonna be getting no cold one either. Anyway, yeah, she's picking on beautiful. She's picking on beautiful sunflower, but in the midst of it all, she was trying to pick on the whole channel over here, right?
Oh, poor baby. Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, for real. Poor baby. Prayer Garden, we have watched you bully so many people. You have bullied so many creators, and you've bullied the parents of missing children. Creators you have bullied over and over. You've even done private streams in order to bully better, I guess, in order to delete afterwards and avoid those terms of service violations. So I'd like to address slop in this video, because slop, you seem to be okay with that type of bullying. I don't see me doing any type of videos like that where I, have to hide them after because they're so bad. I don't think so. So slop, you may want to get your priorities straight and have an actual listen to Prayer Garden and watch her bullying, watch her body shaming, watch her doxing. So she's an actual doxer where, I'm not. So that's the difference. But you stand up for who you want. Call me a doxer when I've never doxed a single person on this platform. And then you want to stand up for a person who does dox and body shame and make fun of people. That's on you. It really does just reflect on you and how you look, not me. So I thought that was important to mention. And if anyone hasn't yet seen Deets on the Streets, her and I did a stream together where I actually went on panel and her and I addressed this sloppy person. So I'll put that link in the description for you. Okay, moving on.
Calling our channel on the call. I don't even think I could write in her chat. I think she got PG blocked, but you know what? I let her come over here and write, didn't I? I let her come over here and write. I can't help it that she made so many enemies, right? Don't, Moo, don't run your mouth on PG. Don't run your mouth on PG, because that ain't a nice thing to do. And I don't take kindly to it. And don't be running that mouth on the people over here as well.
Is she really talking about people going at her or at her channel members? Is she serious? Well, we'll talk a bit more about people going after people in just a few minutes. So the rest of that clip included a lot of things that were, Laura's private life type stuff. And who knows with PG? Who knows what's true, what's not? I don't have a clue. When something comes out of her mouth, I don't have a clue if it's true or if it's not. She's lied so many times. And actually, she spent last night talking about how honest she was. So I've had a little bit of enough of that, and I don't think Laura's private details should be exploited any further. So I'm just not going to do that here. So we're just going to listen to this part one more time. It's very short, just to round up what we were kind of talking about, and then we're going to talk about something a little more serious that took place on another panel just last night. We are getting current here. Stay tuned. Here we go. Oh, and also, when I say last night or the day before, it could be a week ago, because this video has taken quite some time to put together. Not because it took me so long to do it or so many hours, it kind of did, but I also was doing other things in between. So anyway, don't quote me on yesterday's and day before that's. But we are getting more current. That I can tell you. We're just going to watch this clip really quickly. It'll sum it all up for you, I think, and bring it to a close, and then we're going to move on to the next topic.
Because 99.9% of the time, a child comes up missing. Guess who does it? The parents, right? Guess who does it? The parents, right? The parents. There's like a 1% chance that it was anyone else. That means other family, strangers, friend, a 1% chance that it was someone else. 99.9% is the parents of that child, right?
Wrong. That is 100% wrong. And when you give non-factual information like that, you're enticing your entire chat and anyone who thinks you're credible to constantly go after parents. Because if they actually believe you and they think that 99.9% of missing children are indeed hurt or whatever by their parents, that's a problem. Because we clearly went over the facts just a few minutes ago. If you're just joining us, you'll have to rewind. We went over the facts, and it looks like approximately 50% are runaways. And there's plenty of other slots where things happen. Random abductions, whatever you have it. Please rewind and check that out. But Prayer Garden, you are enticing people to go after parents of missing children because you're telling them that almost 100% of the time the parents are responsible, and that is just not true. Things like that you say are actually dangerous to this community. And people, they should hold you to a higher standard as a creator. You should hold yourself to a higher standard. All right, we're going to move on here. We are going to listen to Prayer Garden on another panel. And I will warn you, it is disturbing. Trigger warning. Racial slurs. Ignorance from more than just her. I feel sick listening to it, but let's do it, and we'll educate at the same time. Let's give Prayer Garden and Jenkies, whose panel this is, a little edumacation, because I feel like, that's important. If we're going to call it out, we should really show the facts.
When I came over here to come up and talk to Jinx for just a few seconds about Fred, there was only like 90 freaking people in here. As soon as I show up, man, that fucking roach is crawling out of woodwork, right? Next thing I know, Lisa K, old nappy-headed bitch, pops in here, and all the rest of PG's fucking haters popping in here. What the hell? What the hell? Where the is your heads every other time?
In here too, PG.
Where the hell are you fucking? Where the hell is your fucking roach heads when Jinkies is just here talking about nothing?
Did you ever think maybe it's you? I'm gonna go maybe with it's you.
Why aren't you here? Why don't you bring your roach head in here, Lisa K, when PG isn't here? Because you fucking don't. And a lot of other people I've seen in here tonight, my fucking haters, right? Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people from my channel coming in here right now. And, God bless. Yes, they love summer, and that's what they're here for.
Wow. Just wow. The manipulation is real. If you don't see it by now, if you can't tell by that last comment, then I can't help you. All she does is use summer. Because that right there is total manipulation, emotional manipulation in the name of a missing child. And if you can't tell by that, I don't know how to help you. And I haven't even mentioned the blatant racism yet, or the hateful sound of her voice going at people constantly, all the time. But honestly, if that doesn't tell you exactly what you need to know from people like her, I don't know how else I can help you. But please do let it sink in. A missing child and manipulation. It's disgusting. The blatant racism is disgusting. The ignorance, also disgusting. And Jenkies, what the hell are you doing? What are you laughing for? Why didn't you kick her straight off your panel? We are going to get into some education about this. So please do pay attention, Jankies and Prayer Garden, if it's not too late for you. You know what? It's not too late for anyone. Let's pay attention here. We're going to listen for a little bit longer, but we will be educating.
There's a lot of people from my channel coming in here right now, and God bless. Yes, they love summer, and that's what they're here for. And there's a lot of people that are usually in your chat, and I'm sure they're for summer too. But what I'm saying is there's a whole lot of fucking haters that came flying in here the minute I come up on the panel, right? Like that nappy-headed ass Lisa Kay with her curly head. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to straighten your hair.
All right, that's my cue. Right here, right now. Do you have any idea what the significance of the word nappy is? Prayer Garden, do you have any idea? Or do you care? Let's take a minute to learn. But first, let's listen to Janky's laugh at what she just heard, which is not funny, but apparently she thinks it is funny.
I got some shit I'm going to put out. I'm going to put out some shit.
I can't help it. That's funny. I ain't lying, y'all. That's funny. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so let's get back to what we was talking about.
Oh man, this is not funny. Janky's not funny. Not even a little bit funny. See, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Perhaps they don't know their own ignorance. And perhaps I'm being too kind here. I'm not sure. I tend to look for patterns in people. I tend to, give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm really trying hard here. I'm biting my tongue. For now, before we listen to the second part of this master ass piece of disgusting content, let's have some education. Let's learn the history of the word nappy and why it is wrong, why it's not funny, why I feel you are disgusting for not only saying it, Prayer Garden, but for laughing at it, Jankies. I find it very offensive, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Based on the amount of people who contacted me or who just commented and told me how disgusted they were, I know I'm not the only one. So let's learn. Thankfully, this is an educational stream, and we're gonna learn. And do know I'm holding my tongue here. I'm being extra kind because we're gonna learn. Because we're not all brought up the same way. We don't all have the same type of parental figures that I guess taught us these things. We didn't all learn it in school. Some of us come from different places. So let's respect that. And I don't want to assume that some people just don't know, because that's ignorance. You should know. By now, you should know. It's 2024. It's your responsibility to educate yourself so that you're not ignorant. And there is more to the stream, and we will finish it as soon as we're done here. This will be quick. We got this. So this is one of a few links I'm going to leave you in the description below, but this one comes from dictionary.com, and we're going to learn about the history of the word nappy when it refers to nappy hair, and why in 2024 you should know that it's wrong to say and refer to. What does nappy hair mean? Nappy hair is historically used as a derogatory term to describe the hair of Black people, especially women, many of whom have reappropriated the term. Okay, and where does nappy hair come from? Although textured hair goes by many names, such as curly, kinky, or coily, nappy hair is specifically used when speaking about the hair of Black people. The term has historically been a racist term. The word nappy is evidence since at least the 1800s. An adjective form of nap, a term for the raised fibers on a fabric. Nappy then may have originated in pejorative reference to the frizzy texture of cotton picked and prepared by people who were enslaved. Who uses the term nappy hair? In general, a white person characterizing the hair of a Black person as nappy or nappy-haired is widely considered very offensive, if not racist. Some Black communities may also find it inappropriate for Black people to use the term. So guys, I'm not going to read the full article because it is really long, but I did want to mention that in some of my research, I've learned that Black people are now using the term nappy a little bit more, especially on social media. And the idea is to spin it in a positive way and embrace the hair type. I'm going to put a few more articles regarding this in the description as well for you to read, but here's just the last part that I wanted to share, and then we're going to go back and finish that stream. Occasionally, non-Black people will innocently use nappy hair for their own hair, but be very mindful of the loaded history of the term, as some in the Black community consider nappy like another N-word. Words like coily, kinky, curly, or natural are often preferred. Did you hear that, Prayer Garden? And you used it as an insult. So you were extremely wrong. Jankies, you were extremely wrong too. But hopefully you've learned something today, and hopefully it will never happen again. That's all we can hope for. We all make mistakes, and we can apologize. It's just that with Prayer Garden, I'm seeing it as a pattern here. She clearly doesn't care that she hurts people. Whereas, I don't know, I think Jankies just might. I just have a feeling. I think she didn't mean any harm by this. Whereas Prayer Garden, on the other hand, I believe she meant harm. Because we're going to hear what she had to say the following day about all this. But first, trigger warning again, because we're going back to finish this stream.
Hey Jay, can you hear me?
What?
Are you referring to Lisa K's Afro pic?
I'm going to tell you something. If that shit is out of control downstairs as bad as it is upstairs, that bitch can't even wipe her ass, right? That's all I got to say.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Well, y'all have a good night. I'm out of here.
Hi Andy, thank you for coming up.
Well, at least someone, Andy B, had the balls to get down. Good for you, Andy B. I'm surprised you lasted that long, but good on you for getting down. Well, that was vile, wasn't it? I do hope we learned something, Prayer Garden and Jankies, and anyone else who thought that was funny, because I'm sure there were people in the chat who thought it was funny. I do know there were plenty who didn't. All right, let's keep moving here. This is a long one. Next, we're going to watch Prayer Garden react the next day. I'm pretty sure it's the next day. It's either the next day or the day after, one or the other, but here she is.
I don't like going at people the way I had to last night. I don't like that. I don't like, having to sit these people in their seat.
Oh, okay. So she had to do it, guys. She just had to. Had to go at people. You all know, too, that Lisa Kay spent some time reviewing Prayer Garden, and what she did was she spent some time correcting misinformation regarding Summer Wells' case. She didn't go after her looks. She didn't go after anything besides the truth, because we know Prayer Garden likes to spread misinformation. So that's what Lisa did to deserve the wrath of Prayer Garden.
Trying to teach them, how to be kind. They need to be kind. Right? I don't like that. I don't like being the most hated out here. I don't like that either. Because there's no reason anyone should hate me. I've been here from day one. And I busted my ass. I have busted my ass trying to get every answer I could for Summer Moon Utah Wells.
PG, do you ever look in the mirror? Do you ever take a look at your behavior? the hurt that you cause people. You really do have a wrath about you. You're mean. You're cranky. And when people correct misinformation in Summer's case, which, as you always say, we're all here for Summer, why is that not okay? And why is it that instead of correcting misinformation or reviewing someone's stream that you may not have agreed with, why do you go after their looks and call them vile names? Why do you do that? It really says a lot about you and not much about them, besides the fact that most of these people you've gone after haven't done anything like that to you, like what you did to Trevor Lee. That was one of the most vile things that I've seen on YouTube. I was considering playing part of it today, but I'm not sure it'll even be terms of service friendly. So I'm not sure it's a good idea to do that. But for those who remember, they remember. And it was absolutely sickening what you did to that man, that young man. What you have done to some of the people who you called a friend, what you've done to them, also vile. Sharing personal details about their lives, doxing. You're not a nice human, and I think you need to look in the mirror. What you did to a victim of sex trafficking, what you did to that victim, that was disgusting as well. All you have to do to hear this behavior is check out my Prayer Garden playlist, because I've been following it. And I'll be honest with you, recently I've been sent some clips that I can't even play on this channel either. More clips that are so vile that they can't even be replayed. I have had to unlist content because of your words, Prayer Garden. I have had to unlist a couple of streams because when terms of service changed, the rules changed. And that content is no longer playable. And that says a lot. And none of those words that can't be played are mine. They're all yours. Your words that can't be played. And we know exactly why you delete your content constantly, because you can't help yourself in the moment and you go off on someone and then you have to dirty delete it. So I don't want to hear this BS that you were spewing the other day about how you're not here for money because you even have to delete content all the time. And if you were here for money, you wouldn't be constantly having to dirty delete your videos. So you used it in an angle to try and spin it when we all know why you dirty delete, PG. We're not stupid.
I have done everything I can to get the answers. I get called a liar. I get called,
You get called a liar because you get a lot of information wrong. That's lying. You're purposely spreading misinformation in some cases. I'm sure some cases it's by accident. But I know in a lot of cases, you're doing it for the hype. Clickbait titles. That's why you get called a liar, okay? Now let's listen to PG be the victim in this case. Come on. What a joke.
I get called a coward. I get called all of this bullshit. And I think everybody knows PG enough to know that this is the only channel that hasn't ever brought out here.
She really believes herself. Either that or she's lying again, and this is what I mean. She lies. Prayer Garden, you are right up there with Ziggy for bringing out the most BS. Prayer Garden thinks she doesn't bring out any BS ever. She's the only channel. You know what I smell? A load of horse manure. Prayer Garden, you're full of it, and you're lying again. If I don't stop talking, we're never going to get done this. This is only a 3-minute clip, so hang in there with me.
I think everybody knows that this is the most truthful channel on freaking YouTube.
Oh.
In the true crime community. I think everybody knows that this channel has done more than any other one to keep Summer's case and that little baby out here and keep everything moving forward.
Yeah, done more damage, brought more mud. This case has been dragged through the mud by channels like you, Prayer Garden. Channels like Ziggy, and plenty of others. But since we're trying to get this video done, I won't name them all. Let's keep going here. But yeah, you've brought nothing but mud.
This channel. This channel's the only channel that hasn't been out here for some click, likes, and views from day one, or the almighty dollar. And this channel's been the most hated and had to take the most freaking shit than any other channel out there. Why? Why? You know, life. I appreciate that, life. I really do. God bless. Another super chat. Ring, ring, ring.
And this is how she gets her money. On false pretenses, misinformation, manipulation, playing the victim. This is what I'm thinking. If you constantly need to tell people how great you are and how you don't ever do this and how you are the best at this, you're probably not so great because, you know, your subs are going to know if you're great. They're going to tell you. That's just how it works.
And I also think that God sent the answer. This channel has always been about Summer. You're right, life. And I think that's the answer. They don't hate PG. They hate Summer's case being solved. They hate the truth being told.
See, now that drives me crazy. What type of weirdo wouldn't want Summer's case solved? What type of regular subscriber? What type of... Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Just because someone is calling you out, Prayer Garden, because of your misinformation, your bad behavior, your bullying tactics, your racism, that doesn't mean they don't want Summer's case solved. It means you're disrespectful AF and people care. Especially when you call yourself Summer's channel and you're using her name to do all these bad things. That's the problem. And it has nothing to do with people not wanting Summer's case solved. The only person that doesn't want Summer's case solved, I would imagine, is the perpetrator. Use your head a little.
They hate the truth being told. They hate a channel that is out here showing everybody how every channel should be ran. Right? That's the problem. They can't run with lies because what do? We call those lies out, don't we? We call them out. Put on the brakes. That's a damn lie. We research. We put the stumbling blocks out there. Right? We trip them up.
Manipulation station. PG, I think that's what people do to you because you are the liar. You are the one spreading misinformation and you are the one getting called out. Projection much?
Oh, you ain't gonna lie like that. You're not gonna mess this baby's case up with them lies. Oh, hell no. We seen you doing this and we call them out. We call them out. So we have to, they have to walk on eggshells. They have to stay on their tippy toes because they know we're not going to let a bunch of BS start flying that isn't true and destroy these missing kids' cases.
Is she serious? She's serious. Wow.
We're going to stop it right there, right now, right then. I wanted to do more. I wanted to do more with Sebastian's case. I really been following Sebastian's case. I've been following everything. And I wanted to do more.
Please don't. For the love of God, please just don't.
On Sebastian's case, because there's been a lot of things in his case going on. But I seen, so much is going on with Summer too right now. So much is going on with Summer.
Like what? Like what is going on with Summer's case that is so important, Prayer Garden? Oh, do you mean drama with Fred, Ziggy, and Laura? And how you interfered in their relationship? Is that what's going on? Well, there was an interview that is released, so I guess there's that. But other than that, not much is going on. It sure isn't equivalent to having, 4, 5, 6, 7 hour live streams every night. That's for damn sure.
But I seen that, Justin, he's handling Sebastian. Justin's calling it out. And I'm like, so it frees me up. I would have been all over Sebastian's case as well. I'd have probably been doing double lies if Justin wouldn't been picking up Sebastian and running him,
I think we covered quite a lot in this video. We called some stuff out. Well, there's a lot of racist things. And you know, you guys were here, so you heard it. And if you missed anything, please do rewind. We definitely have a few important messages. All right, I'm gonna end this part here, but don't go anywhere because we're gonna go out with some classic Prayer Garden clips, like we always do. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Don't leave yet, but also, if you were planning on gifting anything to this channel tonight, I would much rather you gift to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and that link will be in the description. Thank you guys so much. Major trigger warning ahead. Take care. Toodles!
That's funny as hell, right? It costs me to run my channel. It costs me, and I've been doing it for a long time, right?
What do we have here?
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up, and I'll let you in.
It's just the way it is, folks. Just the way it is. Amen. You better keep that lamp lit. That's right. That's right. Don't be giving nobody your oil either. Don't be giving nobody your oil. You will run out. You'll run out. And you get left behind if you run out. You better keep that lamp lit, and you better make sure you keep plenty of oil to keep it lit.
So distracted by what's in center stage being overacted.
Nope. That wasn't none of us. Right? That wasn't none of us. That was Sherry, to my understandings. To my allegedly, it was Sherry, who talks to the Chubby Ruff sisters, who probably told the story.
Thoughts from your mind. Don't worry, it's fine. Stop looking backstage. Why are you so curious?
To tell everyone, if you want to give tonight, and throw a blessing into this chat, for summer, please throw in the memberships. Throw in the memberships, please, because after tomorrow night, you know, if another certain hater decides to come at PG on the 7th, if they do, let me tell you, come Saturday, there's going to be member only live, members only, and I'm going to tell you something. It ain't going to be good.
Have fun. Enjoy the show. Welcome to the carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up.
Right? I'm blunt and I'm honest. And I don't, I can't be no other way. You know, the truth is the truth.
When you're a hardy soul, a fine specimen, step within the circus tent and never
Are the ones wanting Allie to be cremated. Now, I don't know. That's just what I'm hearing through a grapevine. But and that's the truth. That is coming through a grapevine. So I don't know. I find that kind of suspicious, right? I don't care what anybody else has to say. I find it suspicious that, two women have dropped over damn near the same way. Oh, they can't breathe, and they're both gone. Which is, Allie and her friend Leslie. Leslie first, now Allie. So, I don't know. And then they want to, pushing for cremation. I
don't know. I have no idea.
Personally, I would have to get looked into. It don't sound right, but like, you get off thinking, you have some right to know who I am. You don't know me like that. You're back ass up. I don't think you do want to know me. I really do not think that you want to know me. And I'm sure you don't want to know who I socialize myself with, right? You better back the f up. You don't even know what you're playing with. But I tell you one thing, I find out who the hell you are, right? You mother don't know it, but I'm getting a little black book on all y'all's phone numbers. So keep calling here. Keep calling. Don't take me about 5 minutes to figure out who the hell you are. Where the f you live, right? You better be worried about me finding out who you are. I think that's what would scare my ass. Right? That's what I think would scare me. Where the sun don't shine. Man, you just met the type of Christian you don't like. All right? You just met the type of Christian you don't like. One that ain't gonna let you push them in that corner. Use them for a doormat. Right? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm too fucking educated for that shit. Don't with me. You don't know. You don't know. I'd rather have a dirty mouth than a lying tongue. Right? She's supposed to have wrote 2 books. I'm supposed to be some 60-year-old lady, right, that wrote a couple books. Or 60, you know, I think she wanted to say 69, but she knew I was going to say that's what she's doing with Fred. But, you know, and I would have too, right? And I would have too. But I'm supposed to be some 60, up in the 60s. I don't know, 68, 69, 60, 70. I don't know. But I'm supposed to be some old lady. Wow. How would that have made me when I was having my kids? 4 nuts fell out. Right? 4 nuts fell out of that old tree. Don't tell my kids I called them nuts. Right? Oh, that's funny as hell. Oh, damn. Oh, look. You think that good old Trevor Lee right there in the chat goes and prays for everybody? Hell no. Oh, likes to get it up. I'm blocking your. I don't do people that, you know, I just don't mess with people that's an abomination in the sight of my God. Get the hell out of here. Well, Trevor Marie is what they should have named you. Weirdo. Wig wearer.
I feel absolutely sick listening to that. How anyone can support this person, Prayer Garden of America, who supposedly runs Summer's channel. That's what she calls it. How anyone can support this person is beyond me. And for the record, there was a rumor going around, and I was told that Prayer Garden had apologized to Trevor Lee for this. Well, I went straight to the source, and no apology has ever been heard by Trevor Lee. So there, for the record. I'm going to leave us with a few more clips, and then we'll go out with a song.
But, you know, the thing is, you know, they should be jealous. They should be jealous of my looks. You know, what they should be jealous of, what they should really be jealous of is my brains, right? I had to hope I don't pronounce this word wrong. It is all glory to God. All glory to God. You know, like I've said many times, you know, this is way out. This is way out of my ordinary. This is something I just would not ordinarily do, right? And I know God has put me here. Like I did not ever plan to even be here. So this can't be my plan. This is God's plan. He put this channel together for Summer, and I thank him. I absolutely thank him for, you know, giving her a place where we seek nothing but the truth, where we understand that nothing but the truth is going to bring her home and get justice for her, where we do not support or suck backside with the main suspects in all of this.
Absolutely not.
And, you know, I really, you know, I'm really glad that Summer has this channel as well. I don't know where her case would be right now if she didn't.
You know, I think it would have got pushed under the rug.
I think so too. And I pray every night. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I don't get into heaven, it's because God don't want to hear my voice anymore. They destroy other human beings. You better stay away from sinister humans. They're disgusting, uncouth, and evil as hell. Hey, out and about. I appreciate your support for Summer's channel. Nope, not 1 cent to the Wells, but I will donate to PG Summer's channel. Amen. There you go, girl. I appreciate that. God bless. God bless. If little Summer was here, she'd tell you how much she appreciates your donations as well. They keep her name out here in the spotlight in this channel going. We will fight. We will fight till the end. We will fight until she's found. We will fight until she is brought home, and we will fight until she gets justice. Yes, we will. We are her voice. We love her, unlike her parents did. And we will do all in our power to make sure that Summer is found, brought home, and justice is served. Absolutely. There you go, bless. If little Summer was here, she'd tell you how much she appreciates your donations as well. They keep her name was here, she'd tell you how much she appreciates your donations as well. They keep her name out here in the spotlight in this channel going. We will.
I got that flow. I got that swag.
Absolutely. Diana, I appreciate that, sweetie. A super sticker. Yes. Super chat. Yes. I appreciate that. The support for Summer's channel here. Amen. And I know if Summer was here, she'd want to thank you guys as well. So from Summer, I thank you for her. Tracy, God bless. Super sticker again. Wow. I so appreciate that. God bless. God bless. I appreciate you supporting Summer's channel. Absolutely. God bless. Absolutely. Girl, I love to see those purple hearts. Thank you for supporting Summer. Oh, Paula, I appreciate the super sticker. Another super sticker. Yes. God bless. God bless. I so appreciate the support for this channel. Thank you. Oh, Carla, I appreciate that. Super sticker. Yes. God bless. God bless. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Summer Moon, you tall wells. Amen. Amen. Beautiful sunflower.
Want that glow? Better relax.
Hey, Diana, I appreciate your support for Summer's channel. Justice for Summer. Amen. It is about justice. Absolutely. It is about finding her, but it's also about justice as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know. You know, if these motherfuckers, they want to find me, they might want to look for somebody younger and prettier. Right? And quit looking for some an old bag out there. Right? What you want me to look like instead of actually the sexy little bitch I am. Right? There you go. And I'm a mean, sexy ass little bitch. So trust and believe that. Yeah. I have made grown men cry. Grown men cry. You want with me? Come do it. You don't even know. Right? Yeah. That's how sexy I am. They cry when I say no. There you go, right?
You're truly but